Hello, welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic, and we're going to be looking at an Ard van der Wetering puzzle today. I always enjoy these, so I'm delighted to have one on the screen. It's called Climbing the Stairs. We get some colour from Ard today, but I'll have a look at that in a moment. Don't forget that on Patreon we've got the rather brilliant puzzle hunt called Caroline's Halloween Adventure, Japanese Sum Sudoku by a team of SM Marcus 100, Panthera and the Asylum. They are the PBN Institute together, and those puzzles are great. There are 13 of them, counting the enormous samurai at the end, and do give it a try on the link under the video. No, not the link under the video. Find Patreon on the link under the video. Join us on Patreon. Give it a try there. That's where to do it. And there's loads of other content on Patreon, so it's well worth doing. And there's loads of apps. Of course, we have Line Sudoku amongst our apps, and the latest Approachable Sudoku #1. So do check those out. They are super puzzles, very much the best use of your time possible. When you're not watching the videos, so we're always delighted to have you with us. There's also our merchandise if you want to join the club, and we're appearing in Stratford-upon-Avon towards the end of the month. You can check that link out as well. Loads going on. And Sven's Sudoku Pad, all on the links under the video. The first one is to Climbing the Stairs by Ard. And the rules are as follow. Normal Sudoku rules apply. 1 to 9 will go in every row, every column, and every 3x3 box. Starting in a corner, along the grey stairs, the difference between the first pair of digits is at least 2, the next pair at least 3, then at least 4, etc. Moreover, the first and last digits are equal. That's the rule set today. It's quite unusual, and Ard has helpfully coloured them in different colours, so we know what we'll be talking about as we go along. I don't know how that's going to play. He's given us some digits on the stairs. I like that. That's going to give us a chance to start, I feel. Let's get cracking and see how we go. So obviously it's the differences at the end that are the most significant and useful. So if it's 2 there, 3 there, 4 there, 5 there, just checking my count, 6 there, it is a difference of 7. All of these staircases start and end in the same relative position, so they must all be the same length, even though they go, I suppose, rotationally symmetrical ways. The point I'm trying to make is that all of these differences here must be at least 7. Now, there are only 2 pairs of digits that will give that difference, 1 and 8 and 2 and 9. So all of these digits must be from 1 and 8. Or it's at least 7, so they could be 1 and 9, but they must all be a set of 1, 2, 8, 9. Now, that is giving us a quadruple in box 5 of 1, 2, 8, 9. And they're all different. And those are the digits in the corners as well, because the squares have the same digits as the corners. That one's not allowed to be a 2. These aren't allowed to be 8s. Now, what does that do here? Nothing. I don't think that changes this at all. Right, let's track to this 8. So we may be able to get the high and we will be able to get the high and lowness of these 2 digits to start with. So difference of 2, difference of 3, difference of 4, difference of at least 5 here. So we can only have 3, 2, or 1 next to the 8. Then a difference of 6. So this has to be a high digit, so it's 8 or 9. Then a difference of 7, so this one is low. Now, is this going to work along this line? Difference of 2, difference of 3, difference of 4 takes us to 6, 7, 8, or 9. Difference of 5, yes, that's going to force a low digit, 1, 2, 3, or 4. That's like a German whisper difference. Then a difference of 6, so this has to be high and has to be 9. I have got this the right way around. And this is the other low digit. So that's now a 1, 2 pair. And this can't be 2 up here in box 1. So there's a start. 1, 1. I mean, I'm going to designate that that's the break-in, or it's a break-in. There may be other ways. Now, these can't be from 1 and 2 in box, whatever we're in, box 5. So red and blue are both 8 or 9. This must be low. That's a difference of 7. In fact, that is a 2, so this is a 1. Oh, that is a 9, so this is an 8, and that's a 9. We did have a 9. We had two 9-1 differences. That being a 2 means that is a 9 as well. And that being an 8, we need the difference of 7, so that's a 1. So we've got quite a bit done emanating from rows 4 and 6, columns 4 and 6. That can't be a 2 by Sudoku. Now the difference here, what was it? 7, 6. So that actually has to be a 3. Then 5. So this is 8 or 9. Then we're fine with 4. That's a difference of at least 3. You see, so there's towards the corners of the puzzle, there's quite a lot of variety possible. Now, we've had a 1 there. This is 6 more than 1, at least. This is then 5 less than that. This is the sort of German whisper transition. This is 4 different from that one. That's a Dutch whisper transition, which means it's at least 6. But this is 3 less, has to be less than that, because we can't go up to 9, because we're going to have to hit that. So two, 3, 4, 5, or 6, I'm going to say, because could it be 6? Yes, actually, if we went 9, 6, 8, I think that's obeying the rule. Right, this is a difference of 6, so that's 7 or 8. This is a difference of 5, a German whisper difference, so that is 1, 2, or 3. This is a Dutch whisper difference of 4, 5, 6, 7, or 9. No, we got 9 in the blue, so we can write 9 there and 8 there. Now, difference of 2, oh, that didn't change that at all. Yeah, in the corners, these are rubbish, aren't they, these differences? Difference of 4, no, difference of 3 here at least. I mean, couldn't I fill in everything up to 6? No, not actually 6, because that would require that to be a 9 then. But anything up to 5. So that's, you know, it's just a bit strange. Oh, I haven't done this one. It's a bit strange how much you get on the inner things compared to how little you get on the outer ones. I mean, it's a function of the rule, but anyway. 7, 6, difference of 5, difference of 4. So 4 is the highest digit that could be. Then a difference of 3 from that to this. And 2 to that. So it can't be 1 or 3. It could actually be 4. Oh well, but it can't be 8 or 9. Right, I'm going to try and do Sudoku now. Look, 9 and 9, that's where 9 goes in column 8. But then 9 is in one of those 2 cells in row 2. Ah, 2 and 2. I can place 2 here. And then there's a 2 in one of those cells. 1 and 1, yes, I can place 1. Oh, it's intriguing how I get to place 1 digit in everything I find and then nothing else. Or is that a coincidence? 1 and 1, we'll find out this time. We get a 1 there. I'll tell you what's interesting about that. We get an X-wing on 1s now. So because we know in row 3 and row 8 that 1s must be limited to those 2 positions, that tells us that for columns 7 and 9, there are 2 1s in those positions, therefore, and no 1s anywhere else. Now I can put the 1 in column 8 and take 1 out of that cell and out of this cell. Nothing on this has been, oh, I can take 5 out of that. Nothing on that cross has been resolved. This is now 3 or 4, but we have to have a difference of, what is it, 3 here. So now actually 4 has been ruled out and 5. That is definitely 6 or 7. Okay, so I went on reasonably well with 1s. 9s were okay as well. We get a 9 in one of those 2. That 2 is looking at this cell, so this is 3 or 4. And the differences here are what? Because I've got to keep an eye on these differences as we go along. Oh, I've got an 8 in the box, definitely now. So we're down to 7 or 9. Differences of 7, 6, 5. The difference is 5 there, so I don't think 7 can ever work here. That must be a 9. Right, that makes that an 8. That makes that a 9. This now can't be 8 or 9. That 9 says this isn't 9. Difference of 5 there, at least. Difference of 4 here. Well, there's only one way to do that difference of 4, isn't there? Minimum and maximum, 3 and 7. Excellent. Difference of 3 to this. So now it can't be 6 or 5. 7 is looking up to that cell. This really is a case of casting your net quite wide around the grid to try and find the things that are getting stuff done. This is one of those where if you're very narrowly focused, I think it'd take a long time to change enough to find what's going on. It's a very good puzzle in that respect, I think. And I'm now about to demonstrate that by struggling to find anything to do, probably. 1, 3, 7, 8, 9. I mean, I can't really deal with that, except to say, actually, that it can't be 3. Difference of 3, difference of 2, yes. That one is unsurprisingly done. Ah, this is in a row with 3 and 2. So that's pretty straightforward, given the pencil marking. Now, that's not a difference of 4, that is a difference of 3. So anything there will... Well, 4, 6 won't work. That's the only combo that won't work. Now, we got that 1, so that dealt with the X-wing. That's a 1. And difference of 6, difference of 5. 2 ways of making that work. Difference of 4. So at least 5 has been ruled out. Actually, 9 is ruled out by Sudoku, and 7 is ruled out by Sudoku, and that's a 6. That's peculiar and helpful. Difference of 4 there, so that's a 2. 4. That doesn't resolve this one, but this now is a difference of 3 from 6, and it can't be 2, so that's a 3. Oh, isn't this weird? 4 there, that needed a difference of 3, so we get 7. Just that to resolve, and that on the lines, but the lines are otherwise completely done. Excellent. Right, that is a naked 5, because it sees a lot of digits in the box and 2, 6 in the row. Then this is where 9 goes in row 8, and that must be 3 and that must be 8. Then we can place 2 based on the pencil marks in box 8. Finish off box 7. This is coming along nicely now. They can't be 5, so that's 5 in the bottom row. This is now 6. That's a naked 7, 8 and 4. 2 and 5 to place in column 8. 5 in box 3. This is that unusual thing of a puzzle by Ard that is really quite approachable. Thank you, Ard. Yes, I'm seriously grateful. Oh, where can 5 be in this box is a good question at this point. Given that 5 and that 5, it's got to be here. On the line. Last digit on the line is placed. That's 4 or 7. That's 4 or 6. This is going to be my fastest time on an Ard van der Wetering puzzle for a long time. I'm assuming that it finishes from here reasonably handily because it's only Sudoku left to do. 2 there in that column. That's 4 or 7. That's 4 or 6. I mean, there obviously I could still become a cropper at some point. 8, 8. That's an 8. But I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good about this. That's odd. This still hasn't got disambiguated. 6 has been ruled out of those cells. So 6 is definitely in one of those 2. Doesn't really do anything. There must be something I can take out of there. 3. This is a naked 6. And that's going to fix 3 and 6 over this side. That's a 5. 6, 1, 5, 9, 2. 8 now must be here. 3, 4, 7 to place in the top box. That's a 4, 7 pair. That's going to be huge. I imagine 3, 5, 6 still to place in row 5. It wasn't as huge as I thought. That can't be 5. Ah, there's only one place for 6 in this column. Yeah, that is right. Okay, that's a 6. And in the box, if I'd noticed that. And that's a 4, 7 pair, so that's a 3. We're going to end up with a lot of 4, 7 pairs in the puzzle. I'd be astonished if we still need to do a bit of colouring or something, but you never know. 1, 8, 9, 2, 3, 5, 6 or 7. You know, we might still have to do a bit of colouring. Okay, well, I'm not going to waste any more time because I think it's possible I'm just missing something. But let's do it. Let's start up here and make that orange and this one grey. They seem to be available colours Ard hasn't used. So that's grey. I'm only looking for 4s and 7s. That's grey, that's orange, that's grey. Because if I looked for other combos, I might get confused. Now that's orange. And now look, orange and grey are both looking at this cell. So that can't be 4 or 7. So that's now a 3, 5 pair. And this must be 4 or 7 and we can colour it orange. That's orange, that's grey. This has mattered. This has been working. Grey, grey, that must be grey, and therefore that is 7. And now we know that all the greys are 7, all the oranges are 4. We did need a little bit of clever on the finish. That's glorious by Ard. That is the sort of thing Ard does. He creeps up behind you with a sandbag and socks you with it. And there we go. But we did find how to do that. Let's get rid of the colouring now. And we can finish off with a 5 here, and that should be the solution. And we have climbed the stairs with Ard. Lovely puzzle. No problems with it. That was nice and straightforward, but with a little trap at the end of the stairs. That's one of those things where you step on the last step, and it turns out there was one more. Excellent stuff. Thanks, Ard, and thank you for watching as always. We will be back with more Sudoku tomorrow. Bye for now.